This group will disappear once you've spoken to them once. We'll wait until afterwards just to show that there is no additional dialogue by completing their quest before they ever make the request.
Premium trinket.
Flame Cullagh. That's your name, isn't it? Art Cullagh? I'm Fistula.
Centennial and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
That name he mentioned, Daniel, who is that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him.
Can he hear you?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
What's wrong with him?
A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even who want to be seeing you.
That song, have you heard it before?
No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers.
Did you already check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
I'll see what I can discover.
Thank you.
Some parchment there. It's official.
Wow, thanks for the help. To obtain information about current activities in Moonrise Towers, take lodging at the Last Light Inn and begin investigation in the local House of Healing.
So he was at the House of Healing.
What I won't do is send any more of our...
Have a gander at the finest stuff.
Please, if you have any idea how to get through to him.
These sections here are what you would have had if you said, "Let me investigate him." Observe his present condition.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Blame Cullagh. Do you know where you are?
If he does, he isn't sane.
Look closer at him. There may be something you missed.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
In order to continue this quest, we need to speak with Halsin. Halsin never really seems to remember when we speak to him, though. This could be because he's not a normal companion like the others. Also, we're walking through invisible water. Even Gale is ankle deep in invisible water. You can see here.
Moving ahead.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
These lands must bring back bad memories for you. I hope you're still faring all right with us.
It's not easy seeing the ravages of the shadow curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
Don't get too sentimental. I had need of a guide in order to survive this curse.
Prudent. But I hope we don't have to contend with the perils of the curse for long. There is more to living than just survival. Much more.
We're in the midst of a shadow curse right now. Is there any more you can tell me about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
There's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy called Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
There must be another way to lift the curse.
Without Thaniel, no. And I don't know how I can find him without speaking to this man.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
We will warp out of here, but I just want to point out that if we do talk to Jaheira, the cultists will disappear and a Harper party will be here at the entrance to talk to you, and they'll start a different alternative path of events, which I'll show you later. For now, let's show you the route we will take. Back in the Shadowlands, let's head to the cultists now.
True soul. An honor. Did you bring the lyre?
I have a lyre. It used to belong to a drow.
Good. We were told to expect you. Then pluck a tune, and our guide will come scuttling.
Yes, I hear them, Your Majesty, calling us, their god and their guide, together.
The Weaver's servant, abhorrent and captivating.
Greetings, in the Absolute's name. You have been charged with guiding us.
New flesh for you, my queen. But who are they?
Best introduce yourself. Perhaps you'll listen to a true soul.
If you don't have the lyre, you can still do some illicit powers to summon the Drider, or you can use the Harpers. There's many ways to get this lantern from him. You can also command him to drop it and take the lantern that way.
And you? What are you?
More faithful of the Absolute. They need a guide to the tower, same as us.
Your minds connect, and you hear a whispered voice. The Absolute, or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the dark.
A true soul. You have more worshippers every day, Majesty. Yes. They'll do nicely.
So you're the guide. How do you survive out there?
We have our queen's favor. She speaks to us, protects us, graces us with her blessing.
And her magic lamp.
And they are jealous of your gift, Majesty. But you gave it to us, and we always keep it close.
Can I examine your lantern? Surely the Absolute wouldn't mind.
No! Our queen gave it to us. If they wish to walk through the darkness alone, they are welcome to.
I apologize. I didn't mean any offense.
Good. Now, are we ready to depart?
What the hell is hiding in there?
Things best avoided. Shadows lurking in shadows. Now, will they follow or stay?
Yes, lead on.
Bless us again, Majesty. Shine your light. Protect us. Come, follow and stay close. Do not leave the light. Do not feed the shadows.
You heard him. Move out!
The dialogue we're about to get, you can only get if you enter Last Light without talking to Jaheira, and then speak to the Drider. And of course, to speak to the Drider, you must not have activated the house that we were skipping earlier.
They should stay closer, my queen. They should stay in the light.
It's not a super big difference in dialogue, but it is a nice little quip they've added.
Come back! You must stay in the light, Majesty.
Yeah, this is basically a reverse escort quest. And it is as much of a pain if you had the normal party size too.
They must keep up. The shadows are hungry.
Don't worry, we're almost done with this part.
Ain't all got 10 legs.
Patience. Majesty, you bless us with patience.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Return to the light. Wait. Something's wrong, Majesty.
Who's there? Show yourself! Harpers, attack! Kill the cultists and get that lantern! Heretics! Villains in the dark!
These Harpers are clearly enemies of the Absolute. They could be worthwhile allies. But defend the guide and you may preserve your cover as a true soul.
Turn on the caravan and attack the Drider.
What are they doing? We thought they were true souls! Traitors! Heathens!
He sounds so frightened, but this dude is super dangerous, and he'll generate attack Elendil and reliably kill him. We have Astarion and Will going up first.
Battle favors the fearless.
Trying to think what we can do to save Elendil from this monster of a unit. Unfortunately, our characters are just right in the middle of all the bad guys too, so that does make this a little more difficult. What about hold person? We could try that. As far as we can actually try to hold the Drell. Let's do that. And Kansif or the other orc? Both orcs move at the same time. We'll hit Kansif. Oh, apparently we have enough holds for 3 of them. Okay, we got one of them down. Really need to get this guy.
Is
35%. Ouch. Little animation delay there. I guess that's a good way to get our characters separated. Unfortunately, Gale is not able to move yet, and now I can't just Ice Storm him. I could try more Hold Person. Okay, let me talk about why she's a Sorcerer first and then Cleric. Because she multi-classed into Cleric on this build, she's not actually able to equip the Blood of Lathander. Notice that she doesn't actually have Mace as a... I think Mace is a simple? Yeah, it's down here. You can see it's Mace's right there under simple weapons. They look at Shadowheart. She only has those 4 simple weapons. The reason why she is a Sorcerer first is, as far as I can understand, the little embossed icon indicates that this is something that you get a proficiency in. By being a sorcerer, she gets proficiency in Constitution and Charisma. The reason why she has extra proficiency in Wisdom is because I picked a feat Resilient Wisdom, not because I was expecting to make lots of Wisdom saves. Because when making a concentration-based character, you want to think of the Resilient feat and allocate that towards Constitution. So it says increase your attribute by 1 and then gain proficiency in that saving throw. She already has proficiency because she's a sorcerer. The alternative is to get the Warcaster feat, which gives you advantage. I was hoping to get both. And that's why she's Sorcerer first, Cleric second for this particular build, but I might swap that around now that I see that she doesn't actually have as many proficiencies as I'd want her to have. Back to this. The reason I was thinking about that is this guy's probably going to take a swing at her. Get the swing to happen first. Then we'll cast Spirit Guardians. I should have upcast that. Oh well. It's these 3.
Onward.
And then we can... Yeah, we'll go and Flourish.
No god can protect us.
Alright. Tran is up next. Now will this not affect... I don't want to affect the Ellendale, but I want to definitely get the spider. Oh, I should have Perilous Staked him first. Okay, that's activated. Perilous Stakes is really supposed to be used on your allies. What it does is it makes the enemy, or makes the unit be able to heal whenever it attacks, but it also becomes vulnerable to all damage. Gale's up next. %, ouch. Okay, in that case it would be better mathematically to go with the magic missile. Now earlier I mentioned that you can attack this guy with a cantrip. Thorn Whip, for whatever reason, at least in the builds of the game I'm running on, it allows me to cast Thorn Whip on a sanctuary target. Sanctuary means I'm not supposed to be able to attack him directly, but Thorn Whip doesn't count as an attack or something? I don't know. But yeah, because I have such a low chance to actually hit him, we will go ahead and hit him with Magic Missile. I don't think there's much else we can do. We'll just crowd around this guy for now. This is not long range, is it? No, it's barely any range. In that case, why don't we try pushing? I'm pretty sure Gale's not going to successfully push. Doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. We can use this to get towards him. And then we could sneak attack him because he's off balance. And maybe we can... This is a 81% chance to hit. 95% chance. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Although it would just knock him out and not kill him, it's fine. We can always kill him afterwards. Oh, and we did the minimum roll on damage. Alright, here. Finish him off. Or not. Alright, let's switch to a melee weapon so that she can do opportunity attacks. We have slash a target and possibly silence it. Now, she's going to end up getting into the fire in this case, but I'm okay with this. Is there anything else that we can do, though? We could do a distraction attack on it. 45% chance. And we missed. That sucks. I don't like that the attack, the weapon action itself is consumed when you still miss. We'll try a trip attack. Action surge. He's already tripped, so we'll just do a lacerate. Then a regular attack. He's almost dead. Anything else we can do? We can hit him with this. Oh, come on. 6 hit points left. I think everybody's used up yeah, they've used up all their abilities. So we'll have to hope that one of these guys will actually finish him off.
Guard against the darkness.
There we go. That being said, I do fully acknowledge I have 7 characters instead of 4. You could replicate similar feats by just drinking 3 or 4 haste potions. I like how they just sort of sit there. That's cool. It's always appreciated. Lysandra is from the first squad we met. We have just Vez and Betty to kill. Well, this should be pretty simple for Asterion. Why don't we try killing Betty?
With pleasure. Incredible. A light so radiant not even the curse can dim it.
The lantern flickers ever so briefly, and you hear a slight twitter. Or perhaps it's simply your imagination.
Jaheira's godsend. Such strange company you keep. Explain yourself.
Meant to infiltrate the cult. You've ruined the mission. I know it's Lae'zel talking here, but there's no reason our character couldn't be the one. May have to roll some inspirations for this, but nope, looks like Lae'zel's rolls are better than mine.
Then I can only apologize. I was not aware of this mission. The lantern is yours. Jaheira's orders. Take it, and it will guide you to the towers. But remember, you don't just fight shadows. You fight what hides inside.
So we got Masterful Execution, which I think means that we defeated him in 1 round of combat. And Centennial Rivalries, which is you side with either the cultists or the Harpers and then defeat the other squad. Sending them off to their death does not count, and I will show that here. This is an alternative way we could deal with the convoy.
We bring more to your church every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
Stay hidden. Keep watching.
They stay in the light. They do not go into the dark.
Didn't figure something as big and ugly as you for a coward.
No! They will not go into the dark! Enough! Stop! They will not become shadows! They will not feed the curse! Forgive me, my queen, but I had to, before the dark got any stronger.
Clear your throat to make yourself known.
What's this?
The Drider's eyes cut through the darkness, locking on you as your parasite squirms with excitement. Your minds connect, and you hear a voice whispering to you. The Absolute, or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the darkness.
One of your true souls, my queen. How have they survived?
The Absolute protected me.
You bless them too, my queen. Where is their lantern?
The Absolute guided me to you. She said I was to take yours.
Majesty, is this true? Did I not serve you well? Very well. If it is your will, we can have it!
So how does this work exactly?
They don't know. Our queen told them nothing.
The lamp's light keeps the shadows at bay. Stops them from getting close enough to grab us.
Silence! The Absolute's favored are speaking. She has blessed the lantern's light. It is the Absolute who protects us from the shadows.
Protects us from what? What are these shadows exactly?
Simply shadows. Cursed, hungry shadows, trying to grab the living. And they are getting stronger. But do not worry. There is still power in the lantern. Our queen will protect you, as she protected me.
It's time to go, Lantern Bearer. The sooner we clear the dark, the better.
Indeed, it's time for you to go.
We can't go without you. The shadows will tear us to pieces.
This is not Her Majesty's will.
Question me again, and I will drag you into the darkness, screaming.
If it is Her Majesty's will.
You can't be serious. You know what's out there.
If it is Her Majesty's will, then we shall walk!
She will protect us. She must.
And the rest of the party can be found as shadow-cursed undead in front of Moonrise Towers.
Majesty! Please!
I'd never believe it if I hadn't just seen it. Nicely done. Now let's see what we've got here.
Lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows. You notice a tiny pixie trapped within.
Oh please, oh golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
Legends tell of the Fae trapping people, not the other way around. Why are you in here?
My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
It seems like a fitting punishment for a poet.
Who are you to be trapped in here?
My name? My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice?
I need protection from this curse. If I release you, will you help me travel through the shadows?
It would be my pleasure, truly. Once I'm freed, I'll help you duly.
What's this mechanism at the base of the lantern?
I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Turn the mechanism.
Son of a... No! Stop, please!
What kind of torture device is this?
Takes my light to protect from the curse.
What'll you give me for letting you go?
Whatever you wish.
Unfortunately for you, I need this lamp fully functioning.
I'll gut you like a 10-day-old if you don't release me right this moment!
Gutted many 10-day-olds in your day.
Never give them enough rope to hang you.
Ignore the Pixie. We'll be needing this lamp.
No!
We got Guild Artisan, Trust, and a little Pixie Dust. The reason I passed it to Will is because...
Not what I expected to run into in a place like this.
Since Will is dual wielding, we can just put that in as alternative hand there. I would, of course, have rather have had the conversation take place on Tran, but that's okay because Will had this unique bard speech. So at this point, we'll go and swap to Lathander, and then... Actually, we don't even need Lathander on that because this is already light. So we get the Moon Shield Aura. On Carnus's body, we can also find the Cruel Sting. A Drow elf wielding this weapon deals 1d4 poison damage against restrained targets. Kansas body, we find the Thermal Arcanic Gloves. When you deal fire damage, you gain 2 turns of heat. And a club that gives light. It's kind of cool. Ignore the psychic damage, that's just because, again, Tran is using his ring of concentrated psychic powers. Sharp-Eyed Lora would have a Speak with the Dead, but because I ended up killing her with fire, I'm going to have to redo the fight and insert that here.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing here?
Wait for Dryder. Take prisoners.
Where were you taking prisoners?
Moonrise Towers.
What prisoners have you taken?
Tieflings. Gnomes. Duke. More.
Where are you from?
Raxlin's settlement.
Who are you?
Lora. Trekker. A hunter.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. The corpse regards you lifelessly.
How did you trap that pixie in the lantern?
Always many wishes. Hers the loudest.
What were you doing?
Shepherding the faithful. Carrying a lady's light.
Who killed you?
Traitor. Heretic.
What happened to you?
Cast out. Absolute. Saved.
Who are you?
Raised. Forgotten. We are Trider.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
If there are ever interesting questions I deliberately don't ask, that's because when you ask it, the corpse will not know and will not provide you that context. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pass this over to Tran. Dispel the disguise. Take off our helmet, and we'll talk to the pixie again.
I'm ready to come out now.
That's kind of cute. So if I turn this again, she will die, because this will be the second time that we've turned it. Will already turning it once. I have edited out that when I activated the Moonlantern with Tran, it treated as if it was the first conversation that we were having, because it's kind of multiplayer friendly. However, what we're going to do is we're going to smash the lantern on the ground.
You rat! Now I've got glass stuck in my loaf! Least I'm out of that box. I'd pin that push-shitting Dryder's tongue to his nose if I didn't want to get out of here yesterday. I ought to sink my teeth into your softs for messing around. But all this fresh air has me in a good mood. What do I owe you?
What's on offer?
Honey, I'll shake your world, that's for sure. Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? And one more thing. You really ought to learn not to mess with the Fae. We'll mess you right back. Enjoy, crack cheese.
And our character now has a clown mask. I think this is forever. With the most recent version of the patch, it says you can wash it off, and I don't want that. So we're going to stay with this version of the patch where it's on my character forever. It's right here. Clown in town. Rue the day you crossed the Fae. You were cruel to Dolly thrice. Now you have to pay the price.
Have to keep going.
The price is I look cool now. I have odd taste, I suppose.
Let's have a look.
Over here we have a nice note from Ketheric Thorm. A record of Ketheric Thorm's speech to his troops before his victory over the Druids and Harpers.
Take this. You there, take this from me. That is gold, friends. Let those who are coveters and cravens among you take my gold and go. There's enough to keep you warm in winter. But in those cold and lonely winters to come, you will look into the bought flames and the purchased hearth and see a bargain for peace. And then you'll realize that such a retirement comes at the price of pride. Go on and take it. Take it and go. Those who are not afraid, and we won't stop you, but neither shall we know a winter in which the coin of regret is idly spent. Instead, we shall know blood and fury and a triumph worthy of a flame reconcilable only with heaven, I swear it. Against us arrayed is a group of fools. Let them be our bank vault. Let us raid them, friends. Let us grow rich on screams.
Yeah, I like this guy. There's another note from him up ahead. We'll also toggle off the harp. The note is right here. The letter of surrender. General Ketheric Thorm, it is with a heavy heart that I must announce the surrender of the Harper forces and its allies to your dark justiciar army under unanimous agreement. Harpers work against villainy and wickedness wherever they find it, so states our code, and so have we acted. But I also know all too well how the statement continues. But they work ever mindful of the consequences of what they do. We cannot be party to the suffering of the people of Rythwin, and indeed of the great loss of life that this war will visit upon the Sword Coast and perhaps beyond it. So it is written, and so let it be done. Kelvin Arinson, on behalf of the High Harper Council and its allies. 2 words are slashed across the bottom of the scroll. Surrender declined! So yeah, this whiny little note from Kelvin Arinson, he decided that he wanted to fight somebody and decided it was too tough, and now it's asking because he's doing it for the good of the people. Yeah, right. Ketheric Thorm is a baller. In this direction, if you manage to drive someone from Last Light, you can find him here. It's a very specific person. Follow the flames. If you walk in this region, you might even hear the combat trigger. That means that he's loaded in and he's probably going to die without your intervention. So we have the Pixie Blessing. Anytime we need it to cast again, we just need to use the filigree bell that she gave us right here. There's a lot in this region I don't know anything about at the time of the recording. However, I do know enough to save Art Cullagh, or however you say his name. One of the benefits of not using the Moonlantern, and you can hear the skulls kind of ramble to themselves, is we don't have to stay clustered up around a sphere of light. We can split up in battle, we can split our party, and we don't even need to carry it in our hand. It's just all around goodness. Smashing it was totally unnecessary. I did that for the clown makeup. This region right here would be where the Drider and his friends are if you drove them into the darkness to die as Shadow Cursed dead. You can skip these guys if you just walk through this house over here and then out the corner wall, but we're going to kill them for the XP. We are very stealthy with our light sources.
Should mind my step.
The man wears Selûnite armor and seals. A relic from an unholy age.
And I know how to solve this, but we'll deal with that later. I want to try to keep things compartmentalized. Let's see if we can get everybody grouped up. Man, it's because it's on a downward slope I can't fireball this. Alright, let's do Ice Storm instead then. Then we could fire. We'll head on over here.
Path less traveled.
Stare in. Switch to ranged weapons. I can still cure these guys, but they will still be hostile. Fixing them by casting Polymorph does not help us. It's no longer ice, so now we can walk on this. And we're going to go ahead and use Razor Gale. Switch to a Sword of Clutching Umbra.
I'm ready.
Go ahead and use Tran again.
Get caught off guard.
Stealthy. I clicked on him. It's evident by my character drawing his hammer, but that's about it. Now we'll finish up Shadowheart's turn. We could Lightning Bolt, but that's not going to be necessary for this, so... Are these guys surprised? Oh yeah, they're surprised. We don't need to cast any more spells.
Got it.
Still not entirely sure how surprised we're, because we only actually had the one round. For example, Lae'zel did have a second hit, but she gets 2 hits as a fighter. I feel like I'm supposed to have 4 attacks, but maybe not. Because of the surprise round, I mean. That's fine. There's no real loot of them that's of consequence that I can remember. Though I suppose we can look at we'll save the shadow vestiges for when we actually investigate this pedestal. I haven't actually seen what's inside it yet. And again, we're going to kind of keep our nose to the task at hand, which is saving Art Cullagh.
Hey! I know you! You're... Twist 'em up!
Wait, that's Arabella, is it not? Looks like she's got some new weave up her sleeve.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me.
I'd be more impressed if you'd actually killed it.
I don't know how. I'd kill them all if I could. I just want my mum and Pops. We followed Zevlor out here. Then well, there was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!" So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it.
Magic that strong isn't usually free, child. Where did you acquire it?
That druid idol I took? It changed me. I can do all sorts of stuff now, not just the vines. I think real hard and say some loud words and then it happens. Mostly.
And how much gold will you give me in return?
I got powers, but pulling coins from the sky ain't one. Tell you what, I'll teach you the vine trick, maybe some others. But not till you get my mum and Pops back.
I'll think about it. My hands are full with these cultists.
Fine. Whatever. I don't need you. I'll find them myself.
You're going to get yourself killed. I'll find them, alright?
Thanks, mister. I knew you'd help me again. The vines won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it.
There's an inn called Last Light. You'll be safe there.
No way. I mean, I'm sure you think that. But you ain't seen what I seen. I don't trust no one sides myself no more. Save 3. Mum, Pops, and you. Take me in. I won't make a peep. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Fine. You can stay in my camp.
Oh, thanks. You're the best. So you send Mum and Pops there. I'll be waiting, hero man.
At the ready.
She just randomly runs to try to despawn herself. She's not actually leading you anywhere. There is a lot of stuff here, but that's beyond the scope of today's episode. We will definitely be back and do a more thorough investigation of this place, but we're going to focus on the Art Cullagh stuff.
Don't call the doctor yet. I've got potions, sutures. I know I can do this. Oh, you're a patient. This is the children's ward. Triage is back that way.
His corpse. It's Arabella's father. The horror of his end I daren't contemplate.
Why are you treating a dead body?
Not dead. Merely medicated. To ease the pain.
The patient's definitely dead. Been dead for a while, judging by the smell.
The patient is asleep. The sedative is quite strong, you see.
I see now. They're sleeping peacefully. I think your work here is already done.
By doing this, we can open her store.
Yes. Yes. I knew these hands would not fail me. The patient is sure to recover.
Now that that's sorted, might I purchase some supplies?
Not much left now. but you're welcome to look.
It's just a bunch of potions.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to tend to my patient.
Since Arabella basically forced her quest on us, we're going to go ahead and hit this quest while we're here.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Remind me, who are you?
Locke, husband to Chimera, father to Arabella.
Oh, I know. Yours was the first thing I fed to Gale. How did you die?
Surgeon. Sisters.
Where are you from? Why were you in this place?
Zevlor. Betrayed. Ran. Shelter.
Where is Zevlor now?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
I'm assuming he does not mean Zevlor betrayed them.
Hey, you. I made it. Easy peasy. You find Mum and Pops?
Your parents are dead. I found their bodies.
No. No. I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me for it to be true.
They'd never leave me. They promised. Get away from me. Go! Leave me alone!
After time has passed.
I don't believe it. They can't be.
Breathe, child. Resist not the winds of change. Let them carry thee.
No. No!
Listen. Dost thou not hear it? Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Balance.
They're dead. I can't. Balance.
Your very soul is tangled in shadow. Arabella's magic, wild as cursed briar. Her talent is now yours too.
The girl must learn the ways of the arcane, but she shan't remain here.
Where will she go then?
The weave knows her purpose. It will guide her plainly, if she listens. Arabella holds a power beyond reckoning, that of the decaying forest and the seedling that bore it. But it is unbalanced. Her yoke is already heavy. If she walks thy path, it will surely break. Arabella will depart once thou dost leave these accursed lands. She will find her way safely. Thus, it is fated.
Bowman, you're making me leave.
Fear not, girl. Abandon not the weave, and it shall not abandon thee.
You can trust Withers. If he says you'll be safe, you should believe him.
You feel her grief fade as if it were your own. There is a lightness in her now, veiling the power within, soothing it.
Is that my future? Is that why they died?
It is.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Bowman, for being nice. If there are people like you around, perhaps everything will be all right.
Withers encouraged Arabella to learn the ways of the weed, left to find her own way in the world. We get a ring, and we learn Arabella's Shadow Entangle. Entangle undead and shadow creatures. As for the ring, it has the Shadow Blade ability, which says, weave a shadowy short sword in your hand that deals 2 to 16 psychic damage. I don't know why I waved my hand like I was waving little pixie wand. When you use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make the attack roll with advantage. The Shadow Blade can be unequipped and equipped again, but must remain on the caster's person. Okay. It requires concentration, so I'm not really that thrilled with the idea of using that as an ability, but we can try it once, I suppose. It does 2d8 plus 4 psychic damage, plus 4 from dexterity, because of these gloves. I mean, it's a nice damaging weapon, but it does require concentration, so if I lose this, the sword goes away. And before we deal with that group in there, we'll talk to this lady, because her dialogue will change once we've resolved that group.
Here to see the doctor? Are we poorly? Are we desperately poorly? Oh, not so well. But well enough to wait. Join the line, and you will be seen.
I don't have time to wait. I need to see the doctor right now.
Yes, yes, but all must wait. The doctor's hands are full. Join the line. You will be seen.
I'm not a patient. I'm the doctor's new assistant.
Oh, an answer to our prayers. Down to the theater. Be swift. Be saved.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff to be looking around and taking care of things. There's magical items available. Let's see here, I don't want to take that way. But I'm trying to make an effort to make my videos shorter in length. And just completing this Art Cullagh quest, we've had a lot of extra things that needed to have happened. We're going to skirt the edges of this room, not being detected by them, because I am super stealthy. As my character gets stuck because he walked up and down the pedestal or podium or whatever. By making it this far, we would have lost the ability to talk to Mole and Raphael, which is why we had to speak to them first. Read this book. Only with sacrifice is mastery gained, so has Our Lady said, and so I say to you, dearest reader. The darkness is infinite, but a master's teachings are not. When his wisdom is exhausted and his pupils fully versed, there shall come time for one final lesson. He will become the subject, fully laid bare for his sub-students to consult, examine, and dissect. The sisters shall one day know me, first in whole, last in part. Only then will they be masters. If you're squeamish, we're about to see a scalpel be put into a living being. You may wish to skip to the next chapter in the timeline.
The objective of the Scalpel Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy. Pray, sister, show us the extent of your beneficence. Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke. We can hardly hear the patient sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver. Come, step forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
What wrong has this man done to deserve such torture?
Behold, sisters, the very face of ignorance, one who mistakes tenderness for torture. Go on. Acquaint the face of ignorance with the true object of our studies.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace.
He's just like Cazador. Utterly insane.
See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, then darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
In light is presence, in darkness, absence.
But you, look how the succor of Shah eludes you. See how painfully present you remain. We do not wish to see you suffer so. Let us cure you.
Yeah, this is what you sound like to me all the time, Shadowheart. Your sisters aren't ready. They'll make me sick instead of curing me.
Their incisions are, as yet, still streaked with imprecision. That much I must concede. How to steady their hands, I wonder.
2 and 1 give you the same outcome, but you only get the option for number 1 if you've read the book. I have read your treatise. Initiate the final lesson or die by my hand.
The final lesson. Yes. For to teach absence, one must become absent. I see now. By example, I must edify and quell the light that blinds us. Come, sisters, soothe me.
Yeah, they weren't ready for surgery yet. I don't know why 2 of them showed up. Is it 2 different corpses? I can't move anything from this one. So that one's bugged. But this one I can interact with. We really just need the battered loot. We're going to hit take all. That one we can't do anything with. And the loot itself has the initials AC meticulously carved into the body. Now again, there is so much here. There's an entire morgue, which I haven't yet explored, but there's a lot of stuff here. I just went straight for the boss item. Let's head back to Last Light Inn.
What is him I fear?
Do not give up hope just yet. He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him.
I found a lute. It seems to have belonged to the Flaming Fist.
Good. Its music might help restore him. Show it to him.
Pull out the lute you found and play a little. If you failed the Drider's check, he just makes fun of you. You still summon him.
Daniel! He's still trapped there. He needs help.
Calm. Breathe. You've been trapped in the Shadowfell for a century. Take a moment to clear your mind.
A century? You're Halsin. Thaniel said to find you. You must help him, please.
I will, but I need to know where Thaniel is. If I venture into the Shadowfell blind, I will never find him.
I'm not sure I can put it into words.
The landscape there shifts and changes.
Don't tell me I brought you back for nothing.
Patience. He's the key to this. I know it.
Lavender. Whenever I saw Thaniel, I always smelled lavender.
I can work with that. Rest now. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help. Be ready. This may prove perilous.
Waking the sleeper. Actually, while Halsin walks over to the lakeshore, let's go ahead and chat with these two and exhaust their dialogue.
I'll say a prayer to Timora for your good luck. A copper to the lady returns tenfold in gold. And maybe something that will help you and Halsin too.
I never met a skeleton before. Are you know, dead?
I am not a skeleton. I am neither dead nor undead, neither alive nor unliving.
I don't get it.
Thou wilt.
So, what were you before you were this?
There is no before.
So you've always been a bone man?
In a sense.
Can I touch your face?
No. No.
Hey, you. I made it. Easy peasy. You find Mum and Pops?
Teach me your vine trick. Maybe then I'll start looking.
Hey, that wasn't the deal. You find Mum and Pops, I'll show you the spell, and that's that. I never met a skeleton.
Yeah, right here.
Are you...
Mortals. I am not a skeleton. I am neither dead, undead, neither alive nor unliving.
I don't get it.
There's their parents now. Amira and Locke.
Hey, where's Mum and Pops?
Your parents are dead. I found their bodies.
No. No. I don't believe you.
It was quite the sight. Their corpses were all but turned inside out.
Oh, God. No. You're lying. I know it. Get away from me. Go!
Thank you very much for watching. Tran wins Baldur's Gate 3. In the next episode, we will follow the chain of events from rescuing Art Cullagh to helping Halsin find Thaniel, the natural source of life in this land. See you next time.